Hello everybody, and happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. If you don't, happy Thursday. Now, I'm sorry I don't have anything more spectacular today to do for a little holiday episode, but I did have some things around that I could do on my own, because the more fun stuff is fun because it involves other people. So I'm going to have to save those, like the fiery jelly bean challenge, for when I have another person to play it with me. But this is, I do have these, and this, I haven't even opened at all. This is open because somebody wanted to try it the other day. They were feeling brave off camera. So, this, you take a close look for a minute. All of these different insects are dried up and in this bag. Now, I have to say, most of these things I've never tried. And this I definitely have never tried. Never even really seen a dead one up close. Usually just seen them at like people that have them as pets. Occasionally have seen. But I think first we'll start with the mixed bugs jerky. Insect jerky. Now, if you haven't been here before, this is just me trying to challenge myself to try different things I've never had before. Not necessarily stuff that's bad for you. Some of it's actually quite healthy, but odd, unusual, at least from my perspective, something I've never had that's out of my comfort zone, which sometimes is not fun. Like when it's, you know, the hottest stuff around. I did the Satan's toe last time. That was horrible. I probably would have thrown up if I made it to the 5 minutes. I did get over 4 minutes before I spit out what I had in my mouth. But it was still worth it to try. Okay, so this looks less than appetizing. But, you know, I know there are cultures out there where people have no problem eating bugs. You grow up with it, it's not going to be as much of a big deal. The only thing I've eaten when I was a kid was paper wasp larvae, and I was just too young to know it was gross when someone, you know, talked me into trying it. And I don't remember them being disgusting, other than the fact that they were unusual. Okay, so let me pull out a couple random bugs. Oh, it's a lot of wings and legs. Mostly grasshoppers in this pouch. I don't know why it says all these pictures of other stuff, but unless they sank to the bottom. Okay, looking for a dried maggot, but all I got is a pile of frickin' grasshoppers. Seriously. Okay, I'm gonna go for a smaller one than that, or one of these ones that broke. So I don't need an entire jumbo grasshopper to crunch on. This one still has its head and body, just lost its legs for some reason. Okay, right off the bat, to be honest, it's the idea that it's a grasshopper that's gross. Otherwise, it just reminds me of when you buy really cheap, like, peanuts and stuff that have been overcooked or burnt. That's what it's like. Like a peanut snack that was way overcooked. And, you know, so you taste it and it's like, tastes like burnt peanuts. Or almonds. If you ever had, you know, that random one that's just like, you can tell something's wrong with it. Especially the peanuts when you open the shell and you can see they're like black and shriveled. But you didn't notice before trying to eat one of them. Yeah. That's the flavor I'm getting. That's sticking to my teeth right now. Look, there's an inner bag. Look at that. Plenty more to try in future videos. But I gotta save room for the other dehydrated insect. Okay. No, yeah, it's all texture. Because otherwise it just tastes a little burnt and a little nutty. Okay, time to open this. The black scorpion jerky. Now, I do have one person in the house that does not want me to eat this whole thing, and I told them if it tastes good, I don't know if I'll stop myself, but they're just in the other room, so after I try a bite, I'll invite them to come over and break a piece off if it's as brittle as the other insects are. There we go. Oh, this one's in a interesting little, like, to-go Tupperware. And then sealed in a bag inside that. I never asked the important question. Dehydrated, does that mean there's no venom in it? Like, did they remove the venom before they cooked it and made it into jerky? Well, I mean, boiled and dehydrated, not fried. So yeah, there's no answer to that, but I'm sure they wouldn't sell something that has active venom in it or poison or toxins, because that would be silly. Here's what it looks like. So after I try a little piece, then I will have someone who's in the house come over and try a piece. It's already broken up a bit, like the two front legs, the little lobster claws are snapped off. But the big stinger is still there, sort of wrapped up and stinging itself. My favorite part of every snack, silica. All right, so a bag of claws and pinchers. There. So yes, here is most of it. I know you're probably wondering, if I admitted I have a phobia to spiders and large spiders, why would this not bother me? I realize they're somewhat related, but I don't, the thing is, phobias are not rational, and I don't feel the same way with scorpions as I did with large spiders. So this is gross and weird the same way those other bugs were, but it doesn't really bother me otherwise. So I'm not uneasy like I will be with that tarantula. If my subs reach 100 and I make good on that challenge, that will be an actual very difficult challenge for me. All right, so I'm gonna take a bite where this one's so big. I'm not really looking forward to the crunch in this. But, all right, let's see. Why did they put the stinger like that? Oh yeah, look. The stinger's there. It was like they stabbed it into its own head. For God's sake, focus. There it is, see? That is the stinger. I'm going to set that aside and bite some other random part of its body. Okay. So you know I did it. Oh, that's unpleasant. It tastes different than the other stuff though. Those other bugs were kind of like flavorless other than the burnt nutty flavor. This one actually does taste like they attempted to make jerky out of it. It still just crumbles in your mouth like something overcooked would. You know, like you over dehydrated it and cooked it to death. Not that I want it to be juicy, but this is in no way have any kind of juice to it or, you know, anything. It's just crumbling in your mouth, disintegrating. Jack, do you still want to try a taste?
Yeah.
You have an option. They fell off in the bag as 2 claws. Just come over here.
I know.
There's 2 claws. Or I only bit off like some legs on one side of the body. Or I have intact its whole stinger. It's all edible, it's just you might poke yourself.
Let me educate you a thing or two before
Yes.
Yeah. The claws here are bigger than the stinger.
Yes.
That means it's like if it was alive, it would be a lot less venomous, maybe barely at all.
Wonderful.
Because it uses its claws to fight.
Right, it definitely has one of those ones bigger than the other too. Like one's a crusher and one's a pincher.
And I'd also like just assume that they, totally got rid of the venom.
Right, before they even cooked it, they
Yeah,
probably
safe
took
to
it out
assume.
because it's an organ they can remove.
Yeah.
All right, so show them what you're about to eat.
This,
Get a little closer. It's the stinger part that broke off when I picked it up.
the bottom of it.
The bottom of it, and you're not going to eat the actual stinger?
No.
It's probably just as crumbly as the rest because it's all been so cooked.
You're right, it does taste like jerky.
Yeah, this one has a little flavor. Where you tried the other bugs the other day.
That one
Doesn't
was
that taste
weird.
kind of like burnt nutty?
Yeah.
Yeah, not very good. I mean, not particularly horrid
pokey.
either, just not pleasant. Right? Just kind of blah. It's just not great. And look, it came with its own little Tupperware that we can put the pieces in. For a future, or if we revisit this topic with a visitor or a guest, yeah, save the stinger if you want. Someone might actually want to eat that. What, did a chunk fall off?
Yeah, that fell off as you were holding it.
I think that's his
stinger.
head.
Maybe. No, it's not. It's the head. It's something that fell off of the bottom of the stinger.
Okay, well there you go.
I watched it.
That's the rest of it. I in no way promised that I would eat an entire anything. Although I did eat basically most of one grasshopper out of the other bag. This was enough. I just tasted enough so we know how gross or pointless or flavorless it is. And now I have bits of bugs stuck in my teeth.
Tasty.
It's a little stubborn to get out of your mouth. That's for sure.
Experience.
Yes, it is. That's really the point. Is you can't be afraid of how bad it will be. I mean, you're gonna be, but you're gonna miss out on some interesting things and some good stuff if all you do is just write off the whole topic because it sounds gross. I'm sure at some point one of these things we try will actually be pleasant and not neutral or disgusting. Although I do purposely pick things that are likely to be gross or painful, for you, to make this more fun. Now, please, if you like seeing these kinds of experimental taste tests and spicy or gross challenges, please subscribe, like, or dislike the video. Make suggestions in the comments for other things that are easy for me, because most of these I can find on Amazon. You can find a lot of stuff now. So if it's not sold around the area, I can pick it up on Amazon and use it in a future video. Leave your suggestions in the comments below. And also, please share this if you know anyone that finds this kind of thing funny or amusing or entertaining. But yeah, so thank you and happy Thanksgiving, or whatever you celebrate during this particular Thursday. Hopefully have another couple videos before the actual Christmas and New Year's. And maybe, if my subs get up to 100, I'll have to take the challenge of the large tarantula I'm not really looking forward to trying to eat. Not sure if I did not promise to eat the whole thing, though. Just a big bite of it. I don't even like that, though. It's going to be, that will be a true challenge. Well, thank you for watching, and please, let me know what you think. Bye.